Hello everyone, my name is Guys2024. Welcome to another how-to video. Where today we are going to be actually making something from Mortal Kombat. Well, not specifically a Mortal Kombat game directly, but just the weapon in general. And this is the first time I'm actually going to be doing it like on video because mostly I just do how-to videos like on my own. But today we are actually going to be making one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters' weapons. Scorpion's Kunai. Now if you don't know who Scorpion is or what a Kunai is, let me break it down. First, Scorpion is a Mortal Kombat character originally named Hanzo Hasashi, who was a leader of the Shirai Ryu in the Mortal Kombat universe, who was a ninja clan who has been at war with another ninja clan called the Lin Kuei. And after his death, and after the upsettingly loss of his wife and son and his clan, he actually took up the oath of actually joining forces with Quan Chi, who's a sorcerer from another realm, again in the Mortal Kombat universe. But anyway, so he joins forces with Quan Chi in order to basically get revenge on the person who killed his wife, his son, and of course eradicated his clan. And of course he actually has one of the few weapons that actually was really cool. And it's this. The Kunai. Now, to the question, what is a Kunai? Well, a Kunai is an ancient Japanese weapon that is used specifically either as a dagger or is tied to a rope or a piece of cloth, and it's used to basically catch your enemies either from a distance or up close. And since I really do like the design of the standard Kunai, I want to actually make it, myself. So for the supplies you'll be needing a small wooden dowel. This is from my old Optimus Prime shield. I use it for stability on the shield, so it doesn't wobble around, but I don't use it, so I'm using this. You're gonna need cardboard, because I use cardboard. You're gonna need a hot glue gun, and of course you're gonna need reference photos. You're gonna need a Sharpie, and of course some super glue. Specifically for me, I will be using Crazy Glue. And no, this is not a sponsor for Crazy Glue. However, Crazy Glue, if you do want to sponsor me, then just tell me in the comments down below. I'm kidding. But who knows. Anyways, let's get right on. Okay, so now that we've found the reference photo that we're going to be using as, of course, reference for making the kunai, I want to make a bit of a reasoning for why I'm choosing the standard kunai. And the reason being is because in the Mortal Kombat universe, they're very unique and they have these like abstract art looks to it. Like this one specifically, let me zoom in a bit. Such as this one, which is from Mortal Kombat 10, or this one, which is from the new movie. If you haven't seen it yet, then I'm sorry for ruining it. Or this one from Mortal Kombat 11, or pretty much all these are pretty much standard. Even this one from the movie as well. There's so many different versions of Scorpion's kunai that I could not really choose to do. But when I saw the basic designing of this one, I just thought why not? I mean, it seems pretty standard, and of course it seems easy to do. So let's get some pieces of cardboard out. Oh, and also I forgot one thing. You're gonna need a box cutter or a multi-tool. So be sure to use box cutters and knives responsibly. Don't do it by yourself if you're under the age of 18 to use it. And be sure to ask your parents for help, cutting stuff with knives. Let's get right into it. Okay, so I got the piece finally cut out, and the first thing I'm gonna have to do is, of course, reinforce the flaps that are coming off so that it is more durable. And as I said before, I will be using super glue for this. That is so that the edges and of course the tip of the kunai does not break, bend, or get dull. It's not necessarily considered sharpening it, since it is pretty much super glue with cardboard. Alright, so now that we've gotten two parts, or two halves of the blade part of the kunai done, what I did off screen was that I actually sanded down the sides of the wooden dowel so that it can actually slide together and sit in the very middle so I can hold it. So now all I have to do is just glue these two pieces together and of course glue on the handle. And I'm not going to add any roping like it shows in the image. So all I'm going to do is just, glue it in and of course reinforce it with some, sorry about that, and then of course reinforce it with some crazy glue so that it doesn't come out. And of course I'll reinforce the edges of this so that it also doesn't fall apart due to, since it's hot glue and heat. So let's get right into it. And in the image I see right now, it shows a little ring on the bottom. So while this dries, I will actually be working on that. And I should probably lean it against something. I'll hold the top part as well. There we go. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to cut, or I'm going to take this piece of cardboard from before and draw three circles actually, and glue them all in series, and then glue it to the bottom of the handle. And then after that, I'll take the chain piece and I'll actually, before I put it all together, I'm actually going to cut a small channel in the second piece of the circle, and so I can slide in the piece of chain, super glue it in, or crazy glue it in, hot glue it in for extra security, so that when I throw it, it doesn't break, and of course so that I can just pull it and it can come back to me. So let's get into drawing circles. And actually, alright, now that you've gotten we have the ring portion done, all we have to do is just glue it onto the dowel, which I'm thinking about Alright, so I got the chain. It's actually pretty long, so it's perfect. So it'll be a perfect length for it. So just put this in here. I don't really care if it goes in too deep because either way it's gonna be. Oh, pretty much hooked in. I guess I don't really need. Actually, I'm just gonna crazy glue it so that this hook, this extra lip here, since it is just a hook, I'll just crazy glue it in place so that it doesn't come out. Make sure not to get any of my pants. Alright, now we just wait. I would say I would wait like a minute. For you personally, for you guys, I would suggest using hot glue because it would be more beneficial because it cools down and dries quicker. But since I'm using super glue, it'll be a while. But it's the same dynamic process here. So yeah, I'll keep this outside so it can dry like this, and then I'll bring it back inside to paint it black because based on the image that I'm looking at right now, sorry you guys can see it. Based on the image I'm using as reference, it's black here and at the ring of Kunai. So I'm gonna do something like that. So I'll be right back when this is dry. Now I know most of you guys might be wondering why I'm doing Scorpion's kunai instead of his swords or Sub-Zero's ice sword or Cabal's hook swords. And the reason why I chose Scorpion's kunai is because it's a really unique weapon that I rarely see people even make out of like some standard stuff like cardboard or hot glue or crazy glue or pretty much anything that's like easily made out of cardboard and stuff like that. And I actually wanted to try and do it on my own so that if I ever do want to make a Scorpion costume, since Scorpion is my favorite character in the Mortal Kombat universe, I actually wanted to have it ready so that I can actually, you know, do poses with it, make it as if I was actually using an actual kunai, and just to make it look cool to add to like one of my cosplaying stuff. So before I actually continue on with this video and actually show you guys what it looks like completed, I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for getting me this far into my YouTube channel, because I've been doing this for almost 5 years, well, pretty much 5 years already, and you guys have really gotten me this far, and I really appreciate it. And even you guys on TikTok who have seen me do a lot of cosplaying stuff, like you guys have blown up every video that I ever made. And even though there were certain ones that were taken down because, you know, TikTok guidelines and, you know, all the stuff with copyright music, like regardless of that, it's amazing how you guys have actually gotten me that far on TikTok and this far on YouTube. And how about this? If you guys actually want to be part of the next in another gameplay video, I'll actually be leaving a link to my Discord in the description below. So if you guys ever want to play like Gmod, Roblox, or any game in general that involves like me playing online with friends, then tell me in the comments down below, and who knows, maybe I'll install some mods on Gmod and we can play together on a game. And maybe I can, you know, as you guys mess around, do what you guys want to do, what you guys want, you know, to a limit. 'Cause, you know, I don't want things to be too crazy when I play games. But yeah, just saying, if you guys want to be part of my Discord or you want to join my Discord, I'll leave it in the description below. And of course, thank you guys again for getting me this far. Hey guys, So right now I'm outside. The kunai is for the most part done. The glue is all settled in. Now it's just time to test it. Just fix the camera real quick, move it back, and I'm gonna try and measure. I'm gonna see how far this thing can go by throwing it scorpion style. Alright, here we go. Alright. That was not bad. Not bad. Glue actually held in place for quite a good time. It's not even budged. Not one bit. I mean, there's some sand on the interior, but all in all, not bad. I'd say after this, all I gotta do is just paint it, and that's now I'll be good to go. But I'm gonna do one more throwing test, just to be sure, because I don't want this thing to, you know, be thrown and then just break. So let's do one more test. Alright. Once again, not bad. Super glue actually helped a lot. Because normally if it were hot glue, then it would pretty much just like come off. But because, you know, it's meant to only last a temporary amount of time, but looks like the super glue is actually working pretty well. Of course, some of the super glue from that was underneath the hot glue is starting to seep through. So I'm not really going to be throwing it as much. But let's head back inside. Alright guys, so that was actually a pretty cool test with the kunai. As I said before, a bit of the super glue that's underneath the hot glue, since I wanted to make sure the super glue would dry quick enough overnight. Started seeping through a bit, but that's not much of an issue. What I'm going to plan on doing is that, hey shorty, come here. Sorry, my dog's in here. Come here, okay? You okay? Okay? Good boy, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Sorry. Anyway, so the bird on the kunai is actually pretty cool. As you can see, I got it, the chain wrapped around my arm. It's just to give, I wanted to see how it would feel with the chain around it. And I have to say, it's pretty darn cool. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little how-to video, and of course this test video. I guess I'll consider it a 2-in-1 video of how-to, and of course a test video. So, if you guys enjoyed it, if you guys did, make sure to smack that like button. And if you guys want me to make another Mortal Kombat weapon, be sure to tell me in the comments down below. And also, while we're at it, be sure to tell me in the comments down below which Mortal Kombat character is your favorite. If we have the same favorite, then who knows, maybe I'll give you guys a like in the comment section. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.